We'd have shared with you in the previous video, whatis1688.com offer a much cheaper price than Alibaba. 99% of Chinese Amazon sellers are buying from there. Not a single Chinese person buys anything from Alibaba. Foreign buyers can easily use a translation tool to navigate and search. The only challenge is payment. Today, we will show you how to pay your 1,688 suppliers without using a middleman. Hello guys, good day to you. I'm John, have been sourced and exported for 12 years, since I graduated from university in 2009. More and more clients are complaining to me. They had a terrible sourcing experience in China. It's not good. Of course, if clients don't have enough knowledge and skill, they would be easily cheated or overcharged. But that's not the real made in China. There are many middlemen and scammers in exporting, and they are very good at marketing. Usually, they are the first contact with the buyers. But actually, most China source suppliers are honest, trustworthy, and offer good quality and fantastic prices. That's why I built JustChinait. Help the buyers avoid middlemen and scammers, save their time and energy, and lead them to the direct source manufacturer. JustChinait is the best China supply chain optimization company to drive profit growth. Offering quality assured one-stop sourcing solutions with China sourcing, wholesaling, warehousing, and shipping service. Our mission is to let the world enjoy made in China. Guys, you can trust me. I buy from 600 China source suppliers and shipping forwarders a month. Now, I don't know how to sell overseas, or I can't speak fluent English. But I do know you must get as deep as possible with China sourcing. Don't waste your money or lose faith with Made in China. There are many good products with fantastic prices. You just need to avoid middlemen and scammers. Once you can fully use Made in China, you can grow your profit times. In my videos, I will show you all my insight, knowledge, and resources about sourcing and shipping. By the way, I am using a professional voice actor for my video, so you can understand me better. So, if you want to grow your business with Made in China, please subscribe to my channel now. Then you won't miss any updates. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is money. Let's get started. Firstly, what is 1,688.com? 1,688.com is just like a Chinese version of Alibaba.com. It has 120 million registered users, 10 million suppliers, and 1,700 subcategories. 1,688.com offer more competitive pricing. You could get up to 30% cheaper than sourcing from other B2B sourcing platforms and marketplaces. And it supports global selling on Amazon, Wish, AliExpress, Lazada, and Shopee. Orders can be delivered directly to any address in China. Alternatively, work with logistic companies that support international delivery. Also, it has a wider selection of products than Alibaba. Allow you direct outreach to factories to discuss product requirements. But in Alibaba, most of the time you are working with a middleman. Widely support OEM model. You may ask, 1,688.com is so much better than Alibaba.com, and it belongs to the same company. Why don't just combine them? Good questions. As you know, Alibaba.com suppliers can speak English, while 1,688.com don't. Alibaba.com suppliers can take USD for payment. 1,688.com only accepts RMB. Some of the buyers may prefer English service and easier process, but not so caring about the price. Then they like Alibaba.com more. Some prefer better prices and more categories. Then they would go to 1,688.com. Also, Alibaba can get more profit, as they sell a membership. Alibaba.com's membership fee is 5 times that of 1,688.com. Okay, let's move to the payment for 1,688.com suppliers. The first thing you should know is, most of 1,688.com suppliers only take RMB. If you are buying from 1,688.com through an agent, you don't need to pay the suppliers directly. You just pay the agent. It's easy, as the agent can accept USD. But if you want to bypass the middleman and build a relationship with the supplier directly, you need to know how to pay with RMB. Any USD payment which works on Alibaba.com doesn't work here, such as PayPal, USDT transfer, international credit cards, and so on. Here are the top 15 solutions. Let's check which one is best for you. Number 1. Alipay. The Alipay payment option is the cheapest and safest, but you need deposit firstly from your Chinese bank account. To get a Chinese bank account, you have to visit China and open the account in person. It's kind of complicated. But if you have some suppliers or friends in China, you can use them. You can ask them to pay for you. Alipay has the function. You just need to invite them to pay. Number 2. Alipay business account with 1,688 cross-border pay. 1,688 cross-border pay KJB is an official payment solution offered by 1,688 in Alipay for overseas company buyers. It allows foreign companies to pay their suppliers on 1,688 directly through USD. It's convenient and safe as Alipay. Also, the exchange rate is better than the bank. You can use bank transfer, World First, Payoneer, and Ping Pong for the deposit. Number 3. Bank transfer by wire transfer. Bank transfer is a very popular payment solution. Chinese suppliers can receive RMB with a bank transfer. Just 3 easy steps. Pay in USD with your debit card or credit card, or send the money from your online banking. Exchange your USD into RMB, then send. The recipient will get the money within 6 hours in RMB from Wise's local bank account. There are also some other providers, such as Remitly, Ox. Number 4. Bank deposit through Paysend. A majority of Chinese suppliers favor bank transfers, but they accept it only in the form of RMB. You can use payment solutions such as the Paysend to deposit RMB directly to the supplier's private bank accounts. This is a really good, hassle-free option, so you may consider going for this. Number 5. WorldRemit. This excellent money transfer site is focused on smaller remittance transfers. Here, the maximum transfer amount is $5,000, while charging a 0 transfer fee. With WorldRemit, you have 2 methods to send money to China. The first one is Alipay. Most Chinese have an Alipay account, so it would be a great method. The recipient can get the money within minutes. The second one is called airtime top-up. The partner is the 3 giant cell phone operators China Mobile, China Telecom, and China Unicom within 10 minutes. So you should have the mobile phone of the recipient. Both methods are safe, as they are working with the most reputation and biggest company in China. Number 6. Neat. Neat is a good option to go for, as it allows you to pay more than 35 countries, and of course, that includes China. You can do that at competitive rates. Just sign up for a Neat account and send money to China. Make sure you have the required details of your recipient, including the name of the bank, account number, SWIFT code, and account holder name in English. Once you have access to these, you can easily make the payment to Chinese suppliers. Number 7. Statrys business account. Statrys helps the cross-border companies by offering them a simple and convenient mode to transfer funds to the international suppliers. This is done through their non-bank business account service. This payment solution proclaims to be safeguarded by agencies in Hong Kong and the UK. As a result, you can expect security from their end. Despite strict regulations being imposed at times, you can easily make payments to Chinese suppliers using this payment solution. Number 8. OuiTrust. This payment solution lets you send payments to Chinese suppliers directly in the form of RMB. You can avoid unnecessary conversion fees and FX loss with OuiTrust. Batch payments can also be done in seconds. This multi-currency account lets you send and receive payments in more than 30 currencies. Since the payment solution has the feature of connecting to the local clearing networks of over 20 countries, the international transactions that you do would cost as little as the local ones. Trading in RMB is indeed simpler with OuiTrust. Number 9. Sourcing agents. This alternative is for you if you are using some sourcing agent, such as JustChinait, to aid you in sourcing your project in China. You can use that agent to pay your supplier. Make sure that the sourcing agent is trustworthy enough for you to rely on them for sending payments to your Chinese supplier. The company claims that there is a low risk of fraud because it usually works with Chinese companies with which it has great collaborative relationships. While beginning to work with a new supplier, the company always verifies the supplier by visiting its office or center. Only then use JustChinait to send the money to the suppliers. So you may choose to go for this considering its positive features. Number 10. Exchange agent. You can pay the exchange agent in USD. They would pay RMB to your suppliers. Normally the exchange rate is better than a bank. But you have to find a reliable one, as it's illegal in China. Once they lie to you, you can't get your money back. Number 11. Westunion. Western Union is a long history payment, even though no bank account is required. You just need to know the name and address of the recipient, but the handling charge is very expensive. But it's also the riskiest one. Don't try it before you fully trust your suppliers. Number 12. Cash. As with Chinese suppliers around the world, it appears that suppliers in China are particularly keen on earning a profit in cash. In fact, many Chinese suppliers offer a discount to entice consumers to pay with cash, even though most international transactions would have to be paid for in another form. Like Western Union, there is very little security whatsoever when it comes to payments in cash. And when paying in cash, you'll still incur costs for foreign exchange and markups. So although the cash payment method is common in China, it's risky and inconvenient for foreign buyers. Number 13. Letters of credit, LC. These letters are generated by the banks, and the best thing about LC is that these are very popular payment options for suppliers. This is because the suppliers get a solid assurance that the buyer will surely pay. The payment is generated to the suppliers only when it is checked that the terms and conditions of the agreement between the two parties are met. Letters of credit do come with a disadvantage. Several small and medium-sized suppliers don't prefer LC because of the complicated paperwork, high fees, and linguistic barriers involved in these. If the transactions are worth $50,000 plus, it would be a good idea to go for LC only then. Anyway, before sending money to your Chinese suppliers via LC, it is suggested that you seek some sort of professional advice. Number 14. PayPal. If you want to send money to your supplier in China by using PayPal, you and your suppliers will need to both have PayPal accounts. However, far fewer suppliers in China accept payments through PayPal, but it's growing in popularity for small transactions. Still, suppliers are wary of their suppliers accepting payments through PayPal, as buyers can nullify payments inadvertently after receiving the goods or services. PayPal's consumer safety policy is complicated, and that could cause transactions to get complicated when something goes wrong. PayPal charges a percentage of the purchase price, as well as exchange fees, in addition to merchant fees, whenever transaction value increases. PayPal is an excellent method to send a small amount of money to China. Number 15. Ask the suppliers to get a solution you can pay them. The suppliers have clients, such as trading companies, and they can ask their trading company for help with payment collection. This might be a simple alternative for you, as you can rely on the supplier's information about a good payment solution. You won't have to worry about anything much. So, with these solutions, you just pay the required charges, and you can save yourself from digging into finding the best solution by yourself. Then, which one of these RMB payment solutions are you going to use to make your payment to 1,688 supplier in China? That's all from my side about importing products from China. Thanks for your watching. I hope you can benefit from this video. If you still have questions, ask below in the comments section, or you can get in touch with us. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.